Alright, let's be real. Picking your camera settings can feel like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. Aperture, shutter speed, ISO. 3 little words that can either make your photos look cinematic or like you shot them on a potato. Today, I'm going to show you how to pick the best settings without losing your mind. Aperture, the bossy diva. First up, aperture. Think of it as the bossy diva of the exposure triangle. It decides how much light gets in and how much background blur you're flexing with. If you want those dreamy shots where the subject is sharp and the background melts away, pick a wide aperture like f1.8 or f2.8. That's perfect for portraits, food shots, or anything you want to look fancy. But if you're shooting landscapes or group photos and need everything sharp from front to back, close that aperture down to f8, f11, even f16. Just remember, smaller aperture means less light, so the other settings need to step up. Asterisk, shutter speed. The timekeeper now, shutter speed. This one's the timekeeper. It controls how long your camera's eye stays open. Want to freeze action? Go fast, -1/500th, 1/1000th, even higher. More thousandth, pets, or your buddy wiping. Out on a skateboard, want that smooth, artsy blur. Slow it down, -1/30th, 1 second, or longer. Great for waterfalls, light trails, or showing motion. But don't get cocky. Slow shutter speeds mean shaky hands will wreck your shot. That's when a tripod becomes your best friend. Asterisk, ISO, the sneaky fixer. Finally, ISO. This one's the sneaky fixer. It boosts your brightness when you don't have enough light. Low ISO, like 100 or 200, keeps your image clean and sharp. But crank it to high -3200, 6400, and suddenly your photo looks like it's covered in ants. Noise everywhere, so the trick with ISO, keep it as low as possible. Only raise it when aperture and shutter speed can't give you enough light. Asterisk, balancing the 3, the real game. Now, here's where people mess up. They think there's one perfect setting for every shot. Nope, photography doesn't work like that. The best settings depend on what you're shooting and what vibe you're going for. Shooting portraits, go for wide aperture, medium shutter speed, low ISO. Shooting sports, fast shutter speed first, then adjust aperture and ISO. Shooting landscapes, small aperture for detail, tripod for slow shutter, ISO as low as possible. See the pattern. You don't just pick random numbers, you decide what's most important for your shot, depth, motion, or brightness, and set that first, then balance the other two around it. Asterisk, real-world example. Let's say you're shooting your friend at the park. It's sunny. You want them sharp. Background, blurry, easy wide aperture, like f2.8, that lets in plenty of light. So you can set a shutter speed like 1/500th to freeze them if they move. Keep ISO at 100 because, hey, you've got sunshine. Done. Now, let's flip it. Same friend, but now it's night. Street lights only. If you keep f2.8, you'll need a slower shutter speed, maybe 1/60th, to let in enough light. But if that's still too dark, crank ISO up to 800 or 1600. Boom, shot saved. Asterisk, final advice. Here's the truth. There's no magic recipe. Picking the best settings is about knowing your priorities. Ask yourself, do I care more about background blur, freezing action, or keeping noise low? Pick the one that matters most for that shot. Set it first, then balance the other two. That's it. Mess up. Don't stress. Every bad photo is just free training for your next shot. The more you practice balancing aperture, shutter speed, and ISO, the faster it becomes second nature. Eventually, you won't even think about it, you'll just dial it in and nail the shot. Asterisk, outro. So stop Googling perfect camera settings like it's a cheat code. There isn't one. The best setting is the one that gets you the photo you want. Play around, screw up, learn. Fast. That's how you master the exposure triangle. This is DR Pixel. Subscribe. If you want the truth about photography without the boring crap, now grab your camera and go shoot something worth looking at.